How's it going, guys? It's Kyle coming back at you with another video. Thanks for tuning in. If you are new here, consider liking, subscribing, all that, you know. Today I wanted to talk about something that has been coming up a little bit more recently, just in terms of those of you who maybe saw my last video know that I've been doing Instacart before I start my full-time job come June, mid-June. So I've been doing that in the meantime, make a little bit of money while I'm kind of getting ready for all that. And to everyone who is out of work right now, really feeling the effects of coronavirus and the number it's having on unemployment and everything like that. Shout out to you guys. It's tough, I know. Hopefully we can get out there, get back to work soon. Feeling blessed that I even have a job to go to come June. And I know a lot of people are struggling, so I just wanted to say that, I'm with you, and if you need any help, anything like that, hit me up, whatever. I'll have my Instagram or whatever at the end, and if you've got questions or anything like that, please, if you want to, talk to me more on a personal level, let me know. Anyways, I wanted to get into some of the things that I have learned throughout the past month and a half that I've been, spending a few hours, mainly every day, doing, and that would be Instacart. And I know people ask questions about, how you can earn more money on Instacart or, do it better so that you're making more per hour. And, I've done it for almost 2 months now, and I think I've learned a few things that can help you if you're just getting started or if you're looking to get more efficient, maybe cut down on the costs, which is going to equate to bringing home more money and everything like that. So I've broken it down into 5 tips that I have to help you guys. So let's just get right into it. So the first thing that I would say when it comes to doing Instacart and getting better at it is continuing to shop at the same stores. So that's going to help you get more efficient. And when you get to familiarize yourself with a certain set of stores, maybe if you can narrow it down to 3 or 4 stores that you know well, the layouts well, where most items in general are located, that's going to allow you to get in and out of the stores quicker, which hand in hand is going to allow for more time to do more orders, and you're going to get quicker, so you'll be able to do more in a day. You're going to earn more per hour based on how many orders you can complete in an hour. So let's say you were doing 1 order per hour and you made $20, but if you can complete 2 orders in an hour, you just doubled your money if you're still making $20 per order. So that's something to consider. I would recommend getting down to 3-ish stores that you know well that you can shop at, because the one store that you know pretty well might not always have orders when you're shopping. So if you can have 3 solid stores that you can go to shop at that are in a relatively close proximity to each other, that's going to help you make more money. So going off that into my second tip would be something that is related to those 3 stores that you might pick out, that you might continue to shop at and get better at shopping. So my big thing here would be to choose one of the stores of the 3 that you're using as an example and prioritize that over the others. If you can find a store that has consistent orders at all hours or at all times when you are going to be working, and you can continue to shop there and get quicker and quicker each time, then that is the store you are going to want to choose 9 times out of 10 to shop at. So other stores might be offering a slightly better pay, but if you're looking at the long-term result of shopping at a store more than others and getting to know it really well, you're going to ultimately end up making way more money if you're really good at that one particular store and they are always taking orders. So one of the features in the app that is going to be part of my third tip here is the recommended or fastest shopping route that Instacart offers you when you're going through a store. Now, me personally, I shop at Aldi primarily, and the store layouts are relatively similar, but in some stores, produce might be at one end of the store, while in others, it's right when you walk in, things like this. So typically, I think Instacart does a pretty good job of recommending the fastest order or the fastest way to get through an order. But if you can recognize the patterns, because There are going to be discrepancies in what you believe to be the fastest way to get through a store to complete an order and what the app thinks is going to be the fastest way. So, like I said earlier, if you're down between 3 stores, that's easy to manage. Over time, you're going to recognize it. But really getting a good idea as to what the store is recommending you do and how you complete an order versus what you think is the best way. Because it doesn't always make sense to go through a store the way Instacart recommends. So if you can use your own logic and taking that in and integrating it with what Instacart recommends, between the two, you can find a pretty good way of getting through stores quicker, which is going to equate to more money in your pocket. So this next tip is something that relates to the multiple orders features within Instacart. So if you don't know by now, there are orders that pop up which allow you to complete 2 customer orders in one trip. So something I like to do is when I'm shopping in, for say, Aldi, I'll take the bag, and first off, I won't take more than roughly 50 items because that can be a little confusing when it comes to grouping them. So when I go and I have order A and order B, I always group the items in the cart as I shop, not after checkout when everything's just a jumbled mess in there and it's hard to keep track when you're even bringing it in to get ringed out. So, I mean, you go to the cashier and you're not going to know which order is which, and grouping that takes a long time. So if you can proactively group your items while you shop, that's going to help you get through the store quicker and make more money with more orders. So basically what I would do is for customer A in the front of the alphabet, front of the cart. B, back, in the back of the cart. So that's kind of how I group items as I go. And I might go at the end and there could be a clear divide and I know clearly which items are in which order. But sometimes there are a little bit more. So if you can just look at the items as they appear on your app and you can kind of get a good idea as to where the line is, that's going to help you save much more time in the future when it comes to getting through a store quicker. And the final tip I have to kind of wrap things up is, and this applies to a lot of people that are new to Instacart. Also, I recommend this to anyone who's having a tough time finding items. Especially when you're new, do not hesitate to go and reach out to associates that work at the respective store that you're at and ask them where items are. Because 9 times out of 10, the item is in stock and you just don't know where it is. So oftentimes they'll be able to point you in the right direction, show you exactly where the product is. And in the future, when you're taking orders and you might not know where a certain item is and you keep having to mark it as, out of stock and giving a refund to the customer, which is not advisable if you're trying to go for the best tips. So asking associates is a great way to get to know the store better, get to know where certain items that might be hard to find if you were looking for them just on your own because they might be in weird sections of the store that you're not expecting. But it also is quicker in terms of finding the item. I know oftentimes when I was starting out and I couldn't find items, there were so many items I couldn't find, I got frustrated. But I felt bad asking someone who worked at the store, so I tried looking for them myself, and it took so long to find the items, especially when I was starting out, that it ended up, making my time in the store much longer than it was supposed to be. So another tip I have in this regard is taking orders that are smaller to start. It's a lot less overwhelming to get a 20-item order compared to a 120-item order. So that's another thing that kind of goes off that, but don't be afraid to ask associates for help in finding items. It's going to help you so much more in learning where things are for the future and the immediate need to find the items as quickly as possible so that you can maximize how much money you're bringing home per order per hour. So those are the tips I have for you guys. I might make a part 2 to the video depending on how it does. I certainly have a few more things that I could recommend, but I think that just, the 5 main tips are going to be the most helpful and, give you something digestible that you can work on for now. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Everything's going to get better soon. Promise that. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace.